It's the final race. Na 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 na. Yes, it is the finale. Welcome. I am your host, Diggs the Hobo. You are here on Diggs TV Live to watch the final race of Rapid Pixel Racing. Cons, get your Scottish ass in the party. Anyway, so what I'll quickly do before we move on to see who. No one's out of the pitch yet, so we're just going to crack on with the tables and stuff. I am joined with party is well hidden is Rob Sim Racer, DX Rob Sim Racer. Chatting to Rob every now and then. Hi, Mrs. Carl. Hi, Matthew. Hi, Cons. Have everyone in the chat. Check Discord. Who you use? Oh my God. That's why, mate. You don't get cats. His cat has eaten his headset. This is why you don't have cats, mate. You get dogs. That's why. You,
Cats are evil.
Cats are evil. Thank you. They are absolutely evil. Anyway, you shut up, James Al. You're not even out first. What's going on? You're not even there. You're in the pits. What is going on? Sitting in the pits doing nothing. All right. Anyway, let's get on to the season standings. So we already know who's won everything pretty much. So Moreland is our champion with 452 points. Johnny Stokes in second, only just. He's got 270. Avi right behind with 265. A 5 point gap going into the last race. So it's a battle for second we're watching today. Where Dutch Face is in fourth with 170. Scotty's in fifth, 157. So again, a big point swing there. 13 point gap, that could swing it. That guy, Alex, Scotty's teammate, 145. Also 12 points behind Scotty. So again, another point swing possible. Erez in seventh, 10 points behind Alex. So again, all this switching around. You've got Chubb, who is is 9 points behind Erez with 126. James Al in ninth with 121, who's 5 points behind Chubb. So that midfield battle definitely could be some changes going into the last race. And James Al has listened and he's out on track. Although we can't hear anything, let's try that. Is there noise? Is there sound? Can we hear? There is. Okay, cool. Then we've got Speedy, number 25, in 10th with 49 points. Almighty Evan in 11th with 42, tied with by his teammate Wumax. El Stefano is in 13th with 41. Al Jadifa in 14th with 31. And then DXD, Lulu, Hudzo Joe, and GDC all still stuck on 7. Rob Sim Racer on 4. Carl with that extra point last week. Did you get your special treat, Carl? Was it enjoyable? I hope you liked it. He's now in 19th, and Booker Bronco yet to score on nil points. The constructors table, McLaren are leading the way and pretty much have sewn it up and won with 493 points. Very good showing. Red Bull are in second with 420. Aston Martin are in third with 400. Ferrari are in fourth with 369. In fifth place is AlphaTauri with 333. In sixth place is the Mercedes with 164. Williams are in 7th with 60. Alfa Romeo are in 8th with 53. Haas are in 9th with 34. And last but not least, it's the Alpine with 15 points. And we have perfect time to watch James on his lovely hot lap. This track, Jeddah, is a street circuit. A lot of controversy around the first time they raced this one. Let's go back to the comments anyway. I can go back to the comments, see who's in the chat and who's chatting away. Let's go to that one. There we go. So, yeah, Mrs. Carl. Hey, Mr. Carl, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Matthew Green, is this the no assist? Yes, this is the complete no assist. So, basically, this is what they can see. There's no racing line. There's no nothing. So, completely no assist, Matthew. Matty G, for all those who might have raced with him before. Matt Hoyland, hello, mate. Welcome, bud. Any space for a reserve? I'm pretty sure I can ask the gods. Rob, can someone jump in as a reserve? Robinho! He's on a lap, so he's not going to answer to me. He's on a lap. I will find out as soon as Rob bins his lap, and then we'll go back to him. Anyway, jump back on board with James. We'll come back to that. I'm sure it will be fine. Moylan's on outlap as well, so James will cross the line and set the first time of the day, and it's going to be a 129.9. So as you can see, we are unfortunately running a short quali. Due to the last race of the season, the game is out literally in a few days' time. Interest in the game has died down, so we're lucky to get 13. I would assume it'll be okay, but you know, I'm not the owner of this league. I'll wait for Rob. He'll be the next one to cross the line anyway, so as soon as he does, we can ask the question. Rob goes a bit wide there. It's a very flowing track this. You want to be careful of that curb as well there on the exit. Now this is where you've got to be very clever on your DRS if you think you're not going to get it on the next part of the track, or you're going to lose out. Maybe brake a bit earlier. See if you can avoid, you know, getting overtaken again. And there you go, there's the DRS point there. Full throttle now until the finish. But cutting that a little bit nicely, and he hits a 1:31.5. So Rob might go around again. We'll see what he does. We'll jump on board with Alex has invalidated it. Moyland, our champion. He's a bit far away, but he's only one really close enough. Al Jalifa, where's Al Jalifa at? No, he's further. Alex has invalidated it. Was that a damaged wing on someone's car there, on the Alpine? No, just... We'll jump on with Moyland. So this is your race, your league champion. Show you how he does it. Constructors and drivers for McLaren and Moyland with his teammate El Stefano. Rob, can you hear me? Rob! Let's message Rob on Discord because Rob is useless. Take the DXT off of him. Boo. Alright, so there we go. Moylan now going around the final corner. Bit of a kiss to the wall there. Bit of a slap and tickle. And he's going to cross the line and set a 1:28.3. Goes fastest. Only just though. So a lot of time made up there for Moylan. He can do better than that. Al Jalifa he's going to come around the final hairpin now. Bit wide of an entry point. So it's going to be a bit of a compromised exit. It's not going to be the paciest down this back straight. And full throttle to the line, hits a 1:30.5, good enough for 4 out of 4. Who else we got now? Who's next? We've got an Alpha, we've got Speedy there, and we've got an Alpha ahead of him. He's going to get in his way. No, Avi's got damage there, massive wall damage.
I wasn't ignoring you, I was on a lap.
Ooh, another one? What, another one?
Yeah, I messed my first one up.
Can Matty jump in as a reserve, was the question.
TNE, Matty?
Yeah.
Or DXT, Matty?
TNE, Matty.
Oh, yeah, I don't see why not if you can ping him an invite.
Well, there you go. So that was Speed's 1:31 point something. 4, I think it was. 4, yeah, it was 4. For me, mate. Too good. Alright, let's invite this lunatic. Where is he? There he is. Is it a rule that TNE have got to have that shitty picture, by the way? No. Is TNE even a thing, Matty? You know, is it so hard to be DXT now? You know, look, I mean, look at this. You know, DXT Matty G would sound quite nice, you know. Just saying, Matty, just saying. Hashtagging it out. Erez sits at 1:30.59, that's terrible. Just had a really bad lap there. Matty G has joined. Now, here we go. Where's the alien? We've got on board with the alien. Let's have a look what this alien can do. I think Lunatic is great. DXT Lunatic will be a good one for you, Matty. You know, just saying again. Just know. Hashtagging that out there. You know, TNE is no longer a thing. Just saying. Matty, offer is always there, my friend. Offer is always there. Oh, Jack on the edge of what is possible there. He's going to get a bit of a toe from Speedy. Whether Speedy's aware of this, I don't think he is. He's going to get a lovely toe there from Joe. What is Joe doing? Joe's just trying to screw up Moylan's day there. What is he doing? He's doing a Bottas. He's pulling the Bottas. But Jack needs the help, and Jack's pulled out of it anyway. That would have been a very quick lap from Jack. Look at this. Oh my days. He literally stopped. That was the Usain Bolt lap. He literally stopped and still got a 1:29.0. That's unreal. That is unreal. If Jack ever joins full time, for Moreland, you've got some competition there, mate. We've got Scotty's invalidated his lap. Avi is on an out lap, a bit far away. We'll jump Moreland with Moreland's teammate. Let's have a look how he gets along. Would be expecting Alchemy to be on a lap actually, as he crosses the detection point. Definitely pushing, but he's going to run out of ERS. Anyway, let's have a look. Have a little look. I go with Alpha, Williams, or Merc. Alfa Romeo is my, that's my baby. I love the Alfa Romeo. Williams, got a good pit stop, but a shitty driver wheel. Mercedes, not the nicest of sounding cars, I don't think. I think the Renault's probably the better sounding option. I'd go with... Personally, I'd probably go with a Merc, because I've not been with the Merc. But I don't know what you're racing, you know. Actually, for 130 dead. Avi, as he goes round. All to say, lost it there. He's okay. He's okay. Vector from him there. Elsterfire's invalidated it ahead of him, so it will be Avi next to cross the line to start a lap, or to finish a lap. Oh, I am very good. I'm just eating a lovely bowl of mush, aka badly cooked rice, and pasta with chicken and bacon, I think is in there as well. I don't cook very often, see. And when I do cook, it normally comes up all looking. Probably the only person in the world that can cook a roast chicken and end up looking like stodgy rice. Dojo has joined, so probably a good job you didn't pick the... Oh, I don't know what car it was now. Avi's across the line, he's out of the overtake. We'll set a 128.1. I've just realised, where's Johnny Stokes? Oh, Johnny Stokes.
He's not racing tonight.
Ah, so all Avi's got to do is get 5 points, and he's overtaken him for second. On Avi. Get 5 points. Oh, El Stefano having a really bad day so far. Another invalidation there. Who else is on a lap? Out lap. So we've got Alex about to start one now. Come on, Alex. He's had a couple of attempts earlier, so we'll see what he can do now. It looks like he had some wing damage earlier, but I wasn't entirely sure what happened there. Are we all looking forward to the new game? Literally a few days to go. James is going to get it literally Monday. I can't wait to be able to actually delete the fucking thing. Last ever thing I do on F1 2021. After that, it's gonna be gone. Oh, Moreland, man, I want to see a stream of you on that. You got to try and stream it. I don't know how it would work, but I want to see your POV of the VR. I also want you to recreate porpoising as well. Didn't it? Oh, someone's out. Oh, being a nobty. Oh, that might have been Matty actually. Was that Matty G? Matty G struggling. Alex goes on full for the 129.0. Oh, that is speedy. That is speedy. What are you doing, Joe? No, that's reverse, mate. You want to put it in the drive? Okay, that's the front nose broke. That's the back wheel broke. Anyway, who are we going to board with? Who are we going to go? Let's just ignore this mess. Jack's damage there. He could definitely go faster now. I want to see what time he can set. That's ridiculous what he was doing there. Matty's on an outlap. Is Scotty gone up to third on a 129, 128.7? James Hour 128.9. Good time for mediums. Yeah, very good time for mediums. Even more than at 128 on mediums. Very good. I think you're trying to avoid a DQ. Oh, is that what it was? Is that what it was? Did that actually work? I just thought he was just sitting in reverse. Also, you might want to have words, mate, because he gave Jack a quite helpful toe. Just saying. Who have I got to on board with? Let's see, Padzojo. There's no Booker Bronco either. Booker's gonna finish the season with no points. That can't happen. No, Mr. Carl. Mrs. Carl, where is he at? What is going on? That is poor effort. No, he got his special treat last week. That's it. He's done. Oh no, it wasn't full on sandbags. That was a heavy on the. That was like a parachute at the back. Johnny Stokes, I'm disappointed you're not here, man. Avi just needs 5 points to overtake you in the standings, and he's sitting in pole. What's going on, John? What's going on, mate? Zojo now around the last corner. The full throttle to the line. Not going to be anything up in the 120 or low 129s. It'll be a 131.8, good enough for 12th. Don't forget there is no. Well, there's only one session of qualies. He's working. I tried to tell him to phone in sick, but he didn't. Yeah, he should have listened. You know, we had a plan. You know, us and the lads, we were going to get him a win, and then we would have had to, we would have got him that special treat. But he's kind of fucked it for himself, isn't he? Useless. El Stefano on another attempt. Wimax is retired. I'm assuming that's in the pits. Time has now run out for these drivers to set laps. And actually, he's just on track. That's a retirement on track. He's still moving. Asked him. Rob? Here's a Rob. Yeah, it is a retirement on track. Naughty boy. Naughty boy. I will let him know what he missed out on. Yeah, I bet you will. I bet you'll let him exactly know what he missed out on. As Rob's going to cross the line. Goes 8 for the 129.4. First time Rob's going to be in the top 10. It's the last race of the season. Only joking, Rob. Who else is next? Let's have a look. Where is our Stefano? Let's have a look. Going around the final corner. That Whoopi? Whoopi? Hello?
Sorry.
Whoopi Goldberg. Is he alright? Yeah? Mrs. washed her hair and she's got Whoopi Goldberg hair. El Stefano goes up into 30 by the 131 on their medium tyres. Rob's been jumped by someone there. I think that
Ludifer destroyed me.
That was actually, who was that? Possibly Jack. I think it was Jack. 128.1 on the medium tyres. Joe, what could he do? Could he get into the top 10 in the final race of the season? Yeah, he did. That was good. I think that was at 3rd or 4th. A blink. I think that was 3rd or 4th. I'm not entirely sure. Hey, these guys are. This is tier 1, man. These are quick. Oh, 6th. Okay. I knew there was some movement up there. So, your starting grid order for the final race in Jeddah. Avi is your pole sitter on the soft tyres. Jack and Moreland are 2nd and 3rd on the mediums. And nice and easy for the rest of them. Softs all the way down. Scotty, Al Jadifa. Then 6th place is Speedy. 7th is DXT James Al. 8th is that guy Alex. Wumax in 9th. Rob with that top 10 finish, which is good for Rob. Well done, Rob. And then your bottom 5 or 6. Erez in 11th. Hadzojo 12th. El Stefano 13th. TNE Matty in 14th and 15th. just joining was Dutchface, which is good stuff. Good stuff. Dutchface just got involved there, just at the last minute. So, Cons, what you gonna do about a mic now, mate? Are you gonna play Pirates of the Caribbean? Pirates of the Caribbean? Or Sea of Thieves? Oh, pirate with me. Absolute letdown. Here we go for the night's race. Last time, a lot of these drivers will be watching, or sorry, racing on this game. Last time, you viewers at home will be watching someone commentate on this game, and last time I will commentate on this game. Dog racing that, mate. Honest, Matty, it's just a learning curve, mate. Honestly, you'll be fine. I'm going to be going to no assist in the new game. I said it last year for this one, but this game was awful. I'm actually going to stick to it this time. Potential of a no assist EFL as we're going into possibly 3 tiers. Here we go. So, tyre choices, tyre, there we go. Okay, so, top 10 we know about. Avi on softs, Jack and Waller on mediums, then down from Scotty all the way down to Rob on the softs. Then the free choice, Erez, Hardzojo, El Stefano and TNE Matty chosen softs, and Muck Dutchface hoping to cut through the pack and make the most of his early safety cars on their mediums. Nice and easy. Bot for the win is also what Joey says. Bot for the win? I don't know. Jack's got so much pace. Jack has so much pace around here that he was sandbagging. That's how bad it was. My money is always going to be on Moylan, our champion. But I would like to see. I tell you, I want to see Rob. I want you to get some points today, mate. I want you to jump over Louis on the last race. That's your goal.
That's the plan.
So what is it? 3 points. That's you need to get what? 7th or higher. Sitting in 10th, so just got to gain 3 places. Very doable. It's very doable. Avi is gone, by the way. What is he doing? Avi has shot off down the road. Very long formation lap. It's definitely be punished in a real race. Always full of controversy is Jeddah. Here we go. Who else we got? Where's something there? On board with Dutchface. Seeing these guys for the final time on this game. It's gonna be emotional. They hit the heavy brakes there. I see a marina with actual water, not just a plinth. So we'll stay on board with Dutchface as he joins. Probably be the last time as well. He'll be automatically taken to the grid from next game. Manual. Interesting to see as the car splits in perfect harmony, and he picks his grid slot. There's your tyre choices for today: soft, medium, or soft hard, or medium soft as Dutchface is on. And here we go. Whoa, 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And away we go for the final time in RPR around Jeddah. And everyone gets a fairly good start. Avi is going to take the lead in the first corner. What can Jack do? Has he got an answer to him? No. Moylan's going to keep third for the time being. And they'll just shuffle into a single file as they go round this section of track. Still a couple Justin at the back. Dutchface already making up places. Rob losing touch a little bit as Dutchface, a questionable line through there. Wimax is still not there. Okay, Wimax is AI. That's going to be frustrating for Rob to get past. But it's all single file through here. Can Rob make the overtake on the AI car? Bit of overtake being used. Goes around the outside. Should be a simple move. Dutchface, 5 place penalty. Okay, gained a place. Naughty, naughty Dutchface. Oh, he's lost it as well. He's lost the rear. And he's gone round. You got to be so careful on that curb. It unsettles the car, and he is spun. I don't think he'll have damage, but he might have light damage. Tierney Matty now trying to make the move on Erez. Tierney Matty not used to no assist, and we're going to see how this pans out. A simple move. Erez, you alright? Great move there from Matty G. Aries must have some sort of damage. That was a bit of too simple for that particular overtake. After the lap 1 going around the final corner, Avi's still leading. Jack is still in second. Moylan's still in third. Scotty's still in fourth. Speedy's gained the place up into fifth. And Avi's set the fast lap, as you would expect. And we've got El Stefano now, who's chasing down DXT Rob, who's made his place back. He's now up into ninth. So, oh, that's having a battle. Yeah, it is. James having a battle there with that guy Alex as they go round. Turns 3. Oh, it's very wide there from Alex. It's going to have to give that back because that was a gain advantage. And James Al will take this place up in the 7th. Very nicely held there. Going to give Rob a chance to reel him in. Try and get within that crucial DRS zone. And he's gapped El Stefano by quite a heavy chunk now. He's been overtaken by Womack, who I believe is back in the race. He is. There we go. No longer an AI car. Avi is leaving Jack and Moylan behind, but that's the benefit of the soft tyres out in front. Who else on board? Let's jump on board with the battle currently, technically, for second place. We've got Jack leading through Moylan's in third, and then Scotty in fourth, in fifth. Gappy and El Jadifa, who's in sixth place. Trying to keep an eye on these split times. Alex is still not dropped off the back of James Al. He's still half a second there. James Al is now reeling in Al Jadifa, so he could be joining this little fight for second very soon. And Avi setting another fastest lap, which is what he needs to do. He needs to keep gapping, keep gaining, keep gaining. DRS is now enabled this lap, as you can see by the graphic board. It's going to help out Moylan getting past Jack, or should they just use each other to get closer to Avi? There's not much point in them fighting at this stage, I suppose. It's very early on in the race. Lovely shot there from the winding section of Sector 1 as it leaves into Sector 2. DRS a little bit used there for Speedy. They don't want to battle too hard, because the more they battle, the more that Avi will leave them behind, as Al Jadifa and James are having a little battle there. They're going side by side. James is going to have to concede that one. He does. Very single file around this race. Although it's very wide, because it's so sweeping, there's only really one line to take. And so Scotty made a bit of a mistake there. Could it be damage? It looks like it's end plate damage there on Scotty's car. There is. He's made contact with the wall. They drop down into fourth. He's going to get swallowed up because we all need to pit round here. The downforce is so important around this track. Avi's still gapping the second and third places, as Moylan's ever so closer to Jack. There's a little look on Al Jadifa there. Al Jadifa could get a little helping hand from Scotty. He does as well. So Scotty's going to peel into the pits. Al Jadifa is going to try and make the most of his DRS to defend against James, and it is definitely working. And Alex is right behind there as well. Alex trying to make the most of that. It had a little different line through there to try and catch out James, but not yet. Meanwhile, up ahead, Joe has dropped off the back of Moylan, so it's now a battle for second. No battle for fourth anymore, because Joe's kind of out on his own for a little bit. And then this little group here we've got. Moylan's ever so closer again. There's not point watching him yet. It's a bit too far away at the moment. Battle here is what we're looking at, the battle for fifth place. Else close to a little battle? I don't think so. Dutch Face is right behind the back of TNE. Matt, who's doing fairly well actually. Matt is doing fairly well. You know, he doesn't really use ABS that often, or not use ABS that often. James out, trying to find a way past Al Jadifa, looking left, looking right, filling that mirrors up by that Haas car. Alex is just waiting for an opportune moment. You can't help but feel that he's getting held up a little bit by these two. And DRS is activated now, so we'll see him move from James. He moves to the outside. It'll be a simple move, I think. Can Alex make the most of it? Oh, he looked to go to the inside there. Al Jadifa's trying to be late on the brakes and defend as much as he can. He's not going to be able to. He's potentially going to lose that. Oh no, he's got his DRS there, and James Howe is now a sitting duck as he will lose 2 places. That is how an attack turns to defence, and that is unfortunate for James. And there you go, Al Jadifa gained or keeps his 5th, and then all that basically stopped there is James Howe's dropped a place. But 3 changes back to back to back. Moreland has got in front of Jack. We missed that after watching that little battle there. Moreland up into second. Avi 2.7 seconds. So these guys obviously battling away. It's going to cost them a bit of time. But as long as they can keep their tyres fresh, you know, don't waste too much time, they should be okay. I'm back on board with a battle for 5th. And James will take up the brakes there. It's going to send him a little bit wide, but he should be able to regain. A sweeping corner is a very good one. It's not too bad of you to go deep into that one because you can just recollect yourself. But the dirty air is definitely playing James proper right there, and he's going to potentially lose out being careful to DRS. Alex all over the back of Al Jadifa, just as James was just now. Will it be a repeat of what we just saw? Very close to the wall, keeping that car tight. Alex is going to be on the attack now. DRS open. Is Alex going to go for the same thing? And Al Jadifa going to try and pull the same stunt as well. Alex has got in front of Al Jadifa. James is trying to have a look. It's the problem now. Now Alex is going to be under attack from Al Jadifa. Here we go. DRS open for the pair of them. Alex is trying to keep out of the way. He's actually going to do it. I think he's going to do it as well. Must be using a bit of overtake there to keep ahead. And he will into turn 1. He stays ahead. I don't know what happened to James. Was it a bad exit from James? But he has just got the overtake out of turn 2 into turn 3 now. And he's now ahead going into 2-3 and round to 4. Well done, James, as he's chasing down Alex still. They will start to drop Al Jadifa for a little bit. Jack, again, we missed it again, but Jack had got back past Moreland. Now that battle's over for a bit. Let's watch the battle for seconds. 2.4 seconds the gap, so they're starting to reel him in a little bit. Them softs probably ain't starting to fall off the edge. But look, to be okay for a few more laps. Scotty gets past Matty there in 13th place. Oh, he gets a penalty for cheating because he's a dirty boy. There we go. I'm going to stay on board with the runners for second place, your champion and the rival. Challenger, I should say. Jack. Pretender. Champion and a pretender. There we go. So Moreland not making the move there. He's a bit more wise to that one. He's going to try and go down here though. Jack's using a bit of overtake there to push away, as you can see. Moreland doesn't want to use the overtake yet. He's got 90%. He's got doing very well with Jack's on 42%. So Moreland, we're just going to hold back. He's okay for the time being. He doesn't want to ruin his tyres. As long as he can stay back, you know, keep conserving, he's okay. Alex and James, as now James takes the 5th place he's been waiting for the last 5 laps. And there you go, up into 5th. Alex a bit shaky on the power there. Al Jadifa still with him. He's still keeping touch, so they could bring him back into that very soon. Other than that, this is the only battles we've got on track. Everyone's quite gapped out at the moment. Rob is catching the back of this little group now, so if Rob has a few decent laps in, he'll be catching up. Zojo with a penalty there, another 3 seconds behind Zojo. We're going to be on board with now. Let's jump on with the battle again for second place. Moreland and Jack. I hope we get some good camera angles here in the next game as well, because some of these are a bit questionable, let's be honest. There you go, Moreland and Jack still battling out, going into sector 3. DRS is going to be open here. I can't see Moreland making an attack happen yet. He probably just get enough, just close enough to set himself up. Again, look, sits nicely behind, tucks himself in. And 55% of overtake for Jack. Moreland's still saving. He's got DRS on him though, he's just going to reel him in. He's going to make Jack rinse his overtake. Not going to go for a move there, he's going to let Jack just keep the lead. He's okay for seconds. 1 second yet. They are reeling in Avi as well. The gap now 2.1 seconds. 2 laps to go, 2.7. So these soft tyres are falling off and these mediums are coming into their own. Just like the Alabama people. Can't really get away with that. I'm going to get in trouble for that. Where we got, who's this? Who's pitted? Hadzojo's pitted for a new wing. That's got dropping down a few places on for the hards. No safety cars so far, so it's been quite good. Alex gets a penalty there. Alge defense is going to keep within that DRS of these two. Off back in. Dutch phase is catching the back of El Stefano. Jump back on. Let's have a look at that battle there. The battle with the Dutch. Dutch face versus El Stefano. The RPR's answer to Max Verstappen. DRS open from a Dutch face, and it's not going to make it yet. And look at the gap ahead. They're really reeling in Avi. And again, Moylan doesn't want to get the overtake done down here. He wants to hold it. He's let off his throttle. He's taking his time. Dutch face does get past El Stefano. Bit shaky on the exit was Moylan. Now he's going to use the overtake. Little dab of overtake. DRS wide open. Is he going to make the move going into turn one? A bit more overtake than used there. Down the inside. Bit of a lock up there. Jack will hold it. Can Moylan get the Berex out of turn two? No, not able to. Jack defends very nicely. Gap 2.7 seconds between them and Avi. Jack, bit of a wide entry point into turn three there, but he's okay for the time being. Going to hold it for a little while longer. The exit sector 1 into sector 2, another DRS opportunity for Moyland. Open now, is going to be a little bit closer to him. A bit closer. Jack right now has got 70% overtake, Moyland on 100%, and we have a retirement, our first one of the day, and it's called safety car. It's Hadzojo. How has he lost it there? Right on the hairpin. This is probably the perfect time for these soft runners. It is a time to pit. So, a bit gutting for anyone that did pit early. I think actually it was only Hadzojo. But I would believe that this is going to help out all these soft runners and not so much the mediums. Would you gamble on another set of mediums if you're on Moylan's position or Jack's position, or would you stay out on these? Hope for a safety car later. Go on to softs now. What would you do? Avi, I'm pretty sure will come into pit. You're pitting for a fresh set of boots, and potentially it's going to keep third, which is actually unreal. Anyway, Avi is in. Anyone else following him? No. Oh, Jack. Yeah, they're all in. They're all coming in. This is unbelievable for Avi. He's going to keep his first place, provided no one pits, but I can't see anyone pitting. Yeah, they're all just diving into the pits. All queuing for the pit stops. What are they going on? Mediums for Avi, softs for everyone else pretty much. Jeez. Oh, we must got a drive through for speeding, you naughty boy. It's not the race that Jack and Moylan was hoping for. So only assists I use ABS and line, and I'm not using them. Makes me realise why I use it. I know. Do you know what? These guys racing about it's difficult. It is very difficult. Be honest, Matt, you're not doing too bad. Like, Jeddah is an awful track anyway, so it's not exactly the best track to try this out first time. So James changing his strategy up a little bit, gone onto the hard tyres. So James is probably hoping there's no more safety cars and he can make it to the end on that. So he's went from soft to hard. He's done both compounds. Soft to medium probably would have been a better option for James. Not sure if that was a mistake from him or his pit crew. Or is this the tyre he prefers? He just don't think the mediums are going to end. The only person that has stayed out is Matty. Matty has stayed out. We attacked it though, because this could potentially him use up the last life he's got in his softs and come in for a fresher set of mediums to guarantee him getting to the end. It's not even my first time trying it. It's not Matty, honestly. This game isn't very forgiving, so the more assists you use, that doesn't really help you. Matty going around that. Looks like he had wind damage. I don't think he does. I think it's just the black. Yeah, it's just the black part of the end plate. Makes it look like it's not there. Yeah, I would expect Matty to come into pit, get a fresh set of boots, one lap younger than everyone else. He'd only lose a couple of places, if anything. And yeah, he is. And Wimax is trying to serve his drive-through. That ain't gonna work, Wimax. Wimax is coming for a fresh set of mediums. Mind that. Matty's coming for a fresh set of mediums as well. So has Dutchface. So Dutchface is going to go from hards to mediums. So Dutchface is filling out both of his allocation. I am curious to think what why James has gone onto the hards. Hardly sure there. Max has gone a bit wide somehow. Works down into 14. Has he got damage? I don't think so. Should catch up the safety car quite easily, but he has got to sub that drive through though. I think that's what he was trying to do. Trying to have a drive through on the safety car is not going to work. I believe safety car should be in this lap because Wimax is only around the corner really. I've got no reason why it won't, as Matty goes very wide there. Don't drive, Matty, don't text and drive. Yeah, Matty joins the back of this pack now. Everyone now, we're completing their allotted allocation on both compounds. I think Jack, Moyland and Erez are not going to make it to the end. Definitely not going to make it to the end on these softs. They're going to have to pit again. On the likes of the medium runners, I think that this track isn't that bad for where they should make it to the end. James will make it to the end of the next two races with them hards on. And safety car is in this lap. We'll jump on board with Moyland so we can catch the start that Avi's going to try and have. Avi pitting at the perfect time with the safety car. Keeps his first place. He won't keep it for too long because these two guys on these softs are going to be extremely quick. But they've got to then try and gap at least one more pit stop. Well, a pit stop distance between him and, well, them and Avi. Avi's gone early. That's a long early call from him. Avi's already gone. Jack is going to use a bit of overtake just to try and reel him in, and we are back to racing again. And you can see there, look, even though Avi might have caught him out a little bit, the soft tyres are definitely helping him to get ahead. There you go. Avi leads the race from Jack. It's the exact same order, really. Wimax is in his pips to serve his drive-through. We're way at the back of this pack now. Moyland, ooh, bit of contact there, a bit of a kiss with the wall, wasn't it? A bit of a kiss, a bit of a slap and tickle. And yeah, a little bit of one. Moyland and Jack are going to feel like they've got so much more grip now. Scotty and El Stefano trading places. Rob up into 8th place, right behind the battle for 7th, or battle for everything now. Speedy losing touch with Moyland, but also starting to get Alex very slowly. This is the battle we want to see. This is the battle between Avi, Jack and Moyland. Avi just needs 5 points to claim second. Moyland is your race, your season champion, and Jack is definitely the challenger that could have changed it all if he was only a full-time driver. And look at that, all over him. As Jack's trying to make a move on Avi. It should be a simple move for Jack, and Moyland is, I think, going to follow him through. Avi's not going to battle this one too much, as there's not much point. Moyland is fast lap of the race, 130. Bit of switching around again as Moyland tried to have a little look down Jack. And Moyland will just keep in second right now. Avi hold on to the back of these guys as long as he possibly can. Try and pull them along a little bit. Right now, everyone else is fairly bunched up at the moment. So wait a little while to see how it goes. Avi's already out of DRS. Only a few corners later, he's already out of it. Rob gets the penalty there. It's not going to help him, and he's long He's reaching for 7th. Works in the pits again. New wing. Oh, Womack's not having a good day ever since that restart. Dutch face closing the back of Erez. Concentrates on the battle at the top in a minute. We're just going to have a look down here. What's going on down the back? And I'm make sure everyone, on the last race, everyone gets a bit of air time. Al Jadifa there, still battling out with James and Alex, now joined by Rob as well, and Scotty's joining this little fight. And here we go, this is what we want to see, Moylan and Jack. And Moylan's playing a smart game, but Jack is, at the moment knows what he's doing. So Jack is saving his overtake just for this section here. There's no DRS yet, so there's no point in Moylan trying to make anything happen. Jack definitely knows that Moylan's coming. Fast lap of the race, 130.4. DRS is now enabled, so Jack will be under attack from Moylan very soon. But I think Jack knows when his attacks are coming. Moylan is trying to play a very clever game here, but Jack is matching it so far. Got a short gap, then it's kind of opened up again. What happened there? I don't know what that was. But keep an eye on it. Oh, another twitch from Moylan. I don't know if it's a connection or if it's an actual twitch. These cars are known to be twitchy. DRS is going to reel in Jack. Moylan's not going to let him get away that easy. Up ahead as well, Al Jadifa is starting to lose touch with James. James has definitely lost touch with Alex. Speedy's doing well, you know, 1.6 gap from Avi, so he's lost a bit of time there, but he's gained on Alex. James up, it's a penalty there for cutting the corner because he's another little naughty boy. Stay on board with this fight here for second, or for first now, sorry. As it's getting close, DRS open again for Moylan. Once again, he's not going to try and make the move here. Jack defends the inside line. Moylan just setting himself up for the next straight, which is this one here. Needs a good exit here. Is he going to try and make the move, or is he going to make Jack use up his overtake? Jack is on 60%. Moylan is chasing, but he's going to have so much more overspeed. Jack defends the inside. Oh, covers him off. He covers him off. Moylan will stick for second for time being. James Al's in the pits. Is there damage on James's car? I think there's Al getting out a new wing by the looks of it. Let's have a look. No, he just doesn't like them hard tyres. He's got to go softs. Softs to the end, 10 laps. Very doable. That's good. Could be a good strat for James, going softs to the end. The mediums are going to be on 15-ish laps. 15, 13 laps. They could be healthy, but James will be very, very quick. There we go. Rob being overtaken and attacked by Scotty. Was there contact there? There was definitely there though, as Erez is out of the race. Not much job Rob could do, or Erez for that matter, and it's called a safety car. This is going to help out James. He's going to bring him back in this, and he's on fresh softs to boot as well. Will Jack and Moylan pit? I don't think there's much point in them pitting. It's not helped them at all, really. These safety cars have not been kind to these two today. Might be worth them pitting though for a fresh set of softs. They can get to the end. It could spawn a chain reaction that everyone comes into the pits for softs. 2 DNFs, 2 safety cars. Again, not much Rob can do. Rob, did you get damage from that?
Yep, floor damage. Car feels like a bag of shit now.
That's not going to be fixable. Moylan and Jack are in the pits. For a fresh set of softs. No wing for Moylan. I thought there was contact with the wall. No wing for Jack. Avi doesn't pit. Stays out ahead. Speedy also doesn't pit. Still going to second. Jack and Moylan are coming out in third and fourth, which is very good, really. Not losing that too much. Al Jadifa is pitting for a fresh set of softs. Rob's coming in, hopefully for a new floor, but that's not going to happen. So Rob's coming in for a set of softs as well. Lots of cars pitting. James is going to take 5th place again. So James is trying to keep that 5th place, and now he's got ahead of Alex because of that early pit stop he made before the safety car. So they all shuffled a little bit. Bit of a reshuffle. It's going to bring back Womack as well. Womack's getting back into this race. Let's have a look at changes in position while we're here. That one. Oh, penalties. Have a look at penalties. So 6 seconds. That's what I'd say. Got a bit of a star. 6 seconds for Speedy. 3 for Jack. 6 for James. Then 3 for Alex Al Jadifa. 6 for Rob. 3 for Scotty and 6 for Matty. Tyres, we all know what tyres on. Basically, top 2 are on mediums. Everyone else has gone for a fresh set of softs, which I think is probably the way to go. Avi has to take a risk, I suppose, but he just needs to score 5 points. It'd be worth just playing it safe, going up for a set of softs, seeing that leaders are pitting. I don't know. Changes position. Avi stayed the same. Obviously, he has stayed out from that pit stop on lower medium tyres. Speedy also choosing not to pit, up in 4 places. Jack and Moylan, because of Speedy, really have lost a place each. James Al is up 2, Alex is up 2, Al Shadifa's down 2. Rob is up 2 as well, doing well, Rob. Scotty's down 5. El Stefano, Matty, and Dutchface all up 3. Woodmax is down 4, and then off 2 DNFers. So our biggest loser currently is Scotty in 9th place. Our biggest gainer currently is Joe Speedy, but I don't think Joe's going to keep that title for very much longer. I think Joe's going to get swallowed up quite quickly. Mrs. Marl in the chat. Mrs. Marl? I can't talk today. I'm sorry, Mrs. Carl. That was across the team, Carl and Moyland. It was Mile. Mrs. Carl, aka Mrs. Moyland, in the chat saying, "Come on, Moyland." Moyland's putting up a good fight right now. Sitting in 4th, he's in a good place. These softs will make it easy to the end. Jay ran Jeddah. The track that I didn't like looking on in real life. I think it's too dangerous. There's too many blind corners, and it's quite a fun one to drive from a driver's point of view. Once you get it right, it's a fun track to drive. It's very rewarding. It's a bit like Monaco. A good lap of Monaco is like winning a Grand Prix. That's the feeling behind it. But if you can nail a lap in Monaco, even if it's 1 out of 100, you nail 1 lap, it feels amazing. This track reminds me of that very similar feeling. Very bendy, swivelly little track. Where money goes, F1 goes where the money goes. Moylan is in a good place. He's in 4th place. Fresh softs. No penalties as yet. Speedy and Jack ahead of him, both with penalties. Avi and Speedy with the slower tyres, 6-lap-old medium. It'll be a test for those two. I think they are going to drop like a rock. But how far down, it all depends, really. Safety car is in this lap as Womax has caught up to the back. Now, I know we jump on board with Jack. I will jump on board though with Moylan because I want to see what the gains are going to be between these mediums and softs. Avi, as we saw earlier, did a quick restart. I don't think he's doing the same now. I think it'll be a bit of a slower one. Try and drag it out as much as he can. Give these softs runners less of a straight to overtake. He has gone. He hasn't really caught anyone out though. Joe has gone at the same time as him, and Jack has also caught Joe out. So Jack had a better start than Joe, but Joe puts his car dead in the middle of the track. Outbreaks himself going into turn 1. He's going to battle it out with Jack. It's going to be a losing fight for him. I can't see him getting in the way of Moylan as Jack's already alongside and past Avi. Speedy falls into place in 3rd. Not what Moylan wants. He's right in his way now as they go round sector 1. Very quick for there. Joe again making that mistake, slowing down Moylan as Jack gets further into the lead. Already a second, 1.2 seconds ahead, 1.3 ahead. Yellow flags waving at the back. Scotty's gone round. Don't be as much damage on him. Joe is going to put up a fight as much as he can, even though they're in the same party. This is all down to points. Moylan's got nothing to really fight for. James Al in this battle here as well. They're all very close, up all the way down to Rob in 8th. Damage was just a bit of half spin. Doesn't look like it's any visible damage. Jumping back on with the battle there. with Joe and Moylan going side by side. Moylan's going to make that move done, and then fast to the softs will make that move very simple for him and up into third. Now he's got to chase down Avi, and look at the gap with Jack, 2 seconds ahead. Avi's already rinsed the overtake deployment for that 1 lap, so has Moylan. And here we go, Moylan now making the move. He has to make this done quickly and easily. Early on the brakes there for Avi, not going to fight that too much, and Moylan up into second, 2.2 seconds gap between him and Jack. Speedy been overtaken there by James. Again, he's starting to drop down a little bit. Scotty's retired in the pits. And a bit of a fight there from Speedy. He's trying not to lose places to Alex. But Alex is on them soft tyres. It's going to be a simple move once they get on these straights. You can see here, look, Speedy can't get the grip down where he needs it. Alex has dived to the inside. And it's going to be a simple move as they come to the hairpin. He's already ahead into the braking zone. And Joe's just got to sit behind and just accept his fate there. Al Jadifa's next on the attack against Speedy. Avi's doing fairly well, but he's again, James is catching. James is catching on them soft tyres. Bit of overtake there for Al Jadifa to try and make up some momentum. Speedy needs to hold on to the back of Alex as much as he can, as Rob is going to get overtaken by Dutchface down into 9th. Oh, Dutchface has gone really wide there onto the curb. That's him out of the race. Is it going to be another safety car? I hope not, because I wanted us to keep racing. It's a VSC. That's good. That's kind of pointless though, because it's a full safety car. A full safety. Why? Why? That was heated up. That was heated up. It's going to bring everyone back together again. It's going to bring Jack back into the fight. Moylan's going to be back into this race. James is pitted again. Has he got damage? Is there damage on James's car? Rob up into 6th. A couple of cars are pitting now. No, Rob goes going for a fresh set of rubber in 8th. Joe's also picking the medium, so taking off the medium, putting on the softs. D&E Matty as well. That's a new wing for Matty. Yeah, new wing for Matty. El Stefano putting on a fresh set of boots as well, going to the softs. So Avi, the only one right now sitting on mediums. And again, it's going to be happening. Will it happen again? Will Avi just drop down the grid? So 5 laps to go. There should be a very short safety car, maybe 1 or 2 laps possibly for a 3-lap sprint. One final time. We'll check the penalties and we'll check the position changes. Jack still with 3 seconds. Avi was still with 3 seconds. Alex with 3. Al Jadifa with 3. Rob's got 9 now. Unfortunately for Rob, he doesn't want a safety car there. That's going to bring everyone back together. That's not what he wanted. James Al's got 6. Speedy's got 6. Matty just picked up another 3. So that's 12 now. Other than safety car. That's a big shame for Matty. But Matty's just here, happy to be here. Matty's doing very well. Anyone that attempts doing no assists does very well, in my opinion. Okay, our biggest... so we got Jack and Moylan both gaining 1. Avi losing 2. Alex gaining 4. Al Jadifa staying the same. Rob's gained 4. Woomax has gained 2. James has lost 1. Speedy lost 3. El Stefano's gained 3. And Matty's gained 3. Our biggest loser technically is Scotty, down 9. But out of the runners we've got now, our biggest loser is Speedy, who's down 3. Our biggest gainer is tied with Alex and Rob. Oh. Very excited for the last part of this race. Our last race. I will turn this off. We all know what they're on. Everyone's on softs other than Avi. There you go. We don't need that on. We don't need penalties on either. We don't want to see penalties. We don't want to see tyres. We want to see racing. Leave the car will take 1 more lap round and then come in. There will be another chance for DRS. With 4 laps to go in this race, there's definitely a chance for DRS enabled, and it'll probably be on the last 2 laps it'll be enabled. Everyone's sitting with penalties. This is not what they really wanted. It's kind of unnecessary as well. Like Dutchface was already out. Like no one was near. Just to keep it going. Just get rid. Just keep the race going. But no, the game wants to have another. VSC would have been fine. I think a VSC would have been perfect. Just VSC it and then carry on. But nope. Full safety car. And then there's the tracks where someone will have like a 5-car pile up with someone else. be pronounced legally dead on the track, and yet no safety car, not even the VSC, just green flag, keep racing, like it was in the 50s. Driving around, smelling rotten flesh, and still racing. So safety car, I believe, will be in this lap. Don't forget, guys, this is the last race of the season. If you liked what you've seen, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, hit that like button as well, little thumbs up, a little bell when we go live again in the new season. Do stay tuned on Discord as well to up to date with what's going on for the new game and the new season. Sure, we'll be doing some streams post season or pre-season, sorry, to get the next season underway. Some spin the wheel allocations most likely. Doing that again this year. Safety car is in this lap. Well, for example, the champion, it was Speedy. Pick his car for next year. Interesting to see. Champion of our league, so looking forward to seeing that. And here we go. So safety car is going to make its way down back into the pits. We'll jump on board with Avi, and we'll see when Jack decides to go. Now Jack could go early. Now he's got these softs. They're faster than Avi. They will leave him behind, and he's gone already. That's quite an obvious one though, but it's still caught out Moylan. He had a bit of a twitch there. And Avi make the most of this, use a bit of overtake to try and get back past Moylan, but them soft tyres are just going to keep him ahead, I believe, into the first turn. Yes, Moylan stays ahead. Oh, Avi goes very wide there as Alex makes his move past. Alex up into third now, doing very well. Again, Avi's going to start feeling the pressure on these mediums. They're going to start not dropping off, but compared to everyone else on the softs, it's going to be like running through treacle for him. As James making a move past Womax, who's a bit of a mistake there. So opportunistic move there from James Al. Speedy's going to look to try and make that move as well as he comes into the hairpin. And a dive there from Joe, but he decides better of it. And right now the gap is losing. They've lost touch to Alex already. 1.2 the gap from them. Avi's slightly losing touch now as we are on board the Al Jadifa train. Rob is right behind Al Jadifa, using a bit of overtake to try and reel him in a little bit. Al Jadifa's on 80% overtake, Rob on 70, so 10% difference there in Al Jadifa's favour. Rob needs to make the most of this. He's got all them penalties. 3 laps to go. He's got to try and gain as much time ahead as he can. Try and keep that 6th place. He just needs to get 7th. Go aboard with the battle for first. Moylan chasing down Jack. Says the fast lap, 129.8. Just shows you the pressure he's putting on Jack. 2 attempts as they break for the first corner. Oh, Jack goes a bit wide into entry. That's going to really compromise his exit. And Moylan's still there. 2 laps, or 3 laps to go technically, including the last. Don't forget, Moylan's already got this on track. Always got to stay behind, but Moylan will want to finish this season like he's finished the rest of the whole, well, as a whole, on top. You'd like to finish on top of this and cross the line first. But pride for these guys. Now still chasing Al Jadifa. Al Jadifa in 5th. James, I want his 5th place back. He's been fighting it all race long. Rob has been overtaken by James. He's now into 7th. So Rob losing touch a little bit now, but he's just got to hold on to the back of James. Try and use him to pull himself ahead. Womax is right behind, as well as Speedy as well. Back on board with Moylan now. Again, no DRS. Should be activated next lap for the last 2. Jack with 70% or 65% overtake. Moylan with 55. So again, 10% difference in Jack's favour. Overtake being used there for Moylan. Jack also trying to use some overtake, try and get away. He's now stopped. Moylan, Jack takes fast lap as well, 129.7. No DRS for this lap. Be enabled, well, should be enabled this lap, sorry. Speedy getting past Rob, who's dropped down to 8th, but Rob's not giving up without a fight. He tries to go back on Speedy, unable to make the move stick. And Matty's DNF from this session. Matty, you could have finished, mate. That ain't a rule here, mate. You could have just finished the race. That's etiquette. That's reserve etiquette there from Matty. Matty, you're all allowed to finish. Don't worry, mate. You could have scored your team vital points. Speedy gets a penalty there, which should be music to Rob's ears. But Rob needs to make the move on track. He needs to get at least 7th to beat his teammate, or his rival, James. Rival James Al. Rival DXD Lulu. As James Al is up into 5th, chasing down Alex and Avi. These guys are battling it out. We'll jump on board with the leaders. Try and get onto cinematic mode. I thought he lost there. We got DRS for Moylan's just going to reel Jack in. Couldn't bother finishing in 11th with front wing damage. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well done though, mate. Well done. You gave it a good try. Alex and Avi switching places as James makes the move as well. But we're watching this battle for first. Moylan is chasing Jack. He's going to make Jack's life miserable on this lap. Jack defends the inside line. Can Moylan make it stick around the outside? No, Jack late into the brakes. Can Moylan switch it back on him? Oh, not able to yet. James Al will take 3rd off of Avi and Alex, gaining 2 places in that lap. And Alex has had to sit behind Avi. Oh, is it going to heat up all down the last lap of this race? Max is in the pits. Joe's retired as well. Was that a crash from Joe? Was that retired in the pit? I think it was a crash. Rob is sitting in 7th. What he needs, El Stefano is in 8th, 4 seconds behind, and losing time actually. Rob's doing very well. Wumax 9 in 9th, way behind the pack now. There must be some sort of damage. But we're going to jump on board now for the final time with this battle for first. Moyland and Jack. It's been switching every single lap. It went in Avi's favour for most of the race. Safety car helped him out as well. But a poor choice not to pit. I think that's cost Avi a potential win here. And here we go. DRS open once more. I won't think Moylan's going to try and go around the outside. He does. Moylan's around the outside into the hairpin. Can he get it slowed down in time? Will Jack come back at him? He does try, but Moylan will take the lead of this race on the final part of this track. Jack's going to have DRS to battle with. Moylan's got to use up everything he needs power to keep ahead. It's going to be toe to toe. And Moylan, look at that gap. 0.09 tenths of a second. James will cross the line in 3rd, but he'll drop right down the grid like a rock. Avi takes 3rd. Alex in 4th. Algedifa in 5th. James Al in 6th. El Stefano jumps. Oh, such unfortunate from Rob. El Stefano takes 7th place. Rob will tie with Lulu with his 8th place finish there. And Wumax will cross the line finally to end this season in RPR with 9th place. What a race. What an end. That was closer than close. GG boys from James. Yeah, definite GG. El Stefano driver of the day. Don't know about that one really, El Stefano. You know what? Let me just check something quickly before I say anything. Check something. I'm going to give it to Rob. Rob in one race scoring nearly matching his points he's scored throughout the whole season. Rob is my driver of the day, scoring the 8th place he needed to match his rival Lulu. But for the final time, Moyland is your race winner. Great race from him, and Jack is in 2nd. These 2 guys been battling out every single race. I would love to have seen Jack full time. Hopefully we will next season. Jack takes fastest lap from Moyland on a 1:29.7. Avi, having crossed the line in 5th, will take 3rd with his lack of penalties. Alex in 4th. Algedifa in 5th. James, with his penalties, have dropped him down into 6th. El Stefano, with his clean race, will keep 7th. Rob in 8th. 9th place was Wumax. Speedy, I'm not sure what happened to Speedy, but it did DNF and it was in 10th. So he did DNF before the lap, 2 laps to go. Same with Matty G as well. Will take 10th and 11th. 12th place, unfortunately, saw the end of Dutch Face. 13th was Scotty, 14th was Erez, and 16th Hadzojo. But yeah, this sums up that race summed up this league this season. It was just nail biting, brilliant to watch. No matter what was going on, there was always some sort of battle. Oh, James in the party. I didn't realise that. I could have had a little word with James, for fuck's sake. Ugh, useless. But yeah, I would like to say thank you very much for RPR for allowing me and Nevo to commentate this past season. We've really thoroughly enjoyed it. It's been an absolute honour. I will be continuing next season as well. So if they have me, fingers crossed. Roll on F122, definitely. James said I'm coming back with a purpose, mate. I would love to see. And you know what? The next game, I want to see Booker score a point. That is my goal. Booker, that is your goal to get a single point before the last race. It's got to be done, mate. And the thing is, if Booker raced today and finished, he would have got a point. That's the irony. If Booker was here. But yeah, so yeah, big thank you to all the drivers that make this league so entertaining to watch. Thank you for everyone that watches at home. Mrs. Carl, James, all the drivers that watch it. I'm trying to think else. Who's been in chat today? Cons, Moyland, Matty. I'm not saying his name. Yeah, all these people that watch this race, watch my stream. Thank you very much. And thank you for subscribing and liking everything as well. Thank you to the admins and RPR. I will gonna go through and list them because it's the last race. I'm gonna say thank you everyone. Thank you Rob for running this league. Thank you Booker. Thank you John. Sorry John. Yeah, well, RPR Ford. Thank you Ford. Chubb, Scotty as well. Like all these guys, thank you very much for running this league. All the stewarding, Moyland, Dutch Face. Oh well, everyone that gets involved behind the scenes that you don't see. Thank you very much. But yeah, we will see you well in the next season, which should be in a time on the game. It'll be my honour to delete this heap of shit game from my system. Bring on 22, and we'll leave it there. Rob, any final words for the season?
Just thank you for the comms, mate. You've made it so enjoyable to be part of.
Anytime, mate. I do enjoy it. So you make it enjoyable to do. But yeah, thank you
And
very
thanks
much,
for
guys.
driver of the day as well.
No worries, mate. Definitely deserved. Definitely deserved. And make sure when you do the tables, you're above Lulu.
Oh, I will be, because I finished more races than he did.
Hey, there you go. But yeah, thank you very much, guys. Until F122, we'll see you next season. Good night.